We are live. I'm just checking something though, because we're also in 1080p. I'm curious. Yep, my camera's in 1080p too. So now you get high quality me versus me, not the production, of course. So, hello to anybody watching. Episode 182, Canadian Brick Builders Weekly Chat. We are, me at the moment. Our topic, I don't know what I was going to say. We are building. So I was a few seconds late building, working on pathways for the castle. I'll show a picture of that shortly. I just have one big progress shot of what I did, because that's probably easier to do. But yeah, so Wednesday, the biggest news for the day. Making sure I spelled Wednesday right. I did good. I always, as a young kid, I always had problems with Wednesday spelling it. So anyway, also some Disney related news as well. So a few things to talk about. Not a huge amount of news. There are a lot of Lego Ideas related items that we'll talk about probably as well. So yeah. Oh, and apparently I need a computer restart. Isn't that dandy? When's that scheduled for? Anyway, doesn't show, but I will worry about that in a little bit, because obviously I'm not going to restart my computer right now. So yeah, busy building landscapes. Feeling a little scatterbrained this evening. Not sure why. Just am. Yeah, and the news today made it very easy to make a title for today, because it is Wednesday, and they released the news of Wednesday on Wednesday. I personally have never seen Wednesday. I just haven't had a chance to get to it in the long list of shows that I should watch probably. So yeah. Yeah, like I said, high quality visuals, not high quality production. Anyway, so I'm getting settled into my new work area as well. Right now I'm kind of building on this table. Bins here. There's also bins. Let me screen me. Ooh. Actually, I'm going to change the screen. There we go. Adding Matt.
Greetings, salutation.
Still mending. I was just about to say I've got bins on this table, and then I can turn around and I got bins on this little table underneath, and bins here that I can use for playing parts. The stuff I'm currently building with is over here. That's my extra stuff, extra colors, grays, browns, things like that. So, how you doing, Matt?
I'm okay.
Considering
getting caught up. I got behind on teaching stuff.
Yeah.
I was in the hospital, and even after I got out, I had a lot of busy days. So getting caught up, doing some work, and I finished the big set I was building after. Yeah. So let's see if I can flip my camera around here.
Hello, Paul. Welcome. And he just lost. Oh, there we go.
I turned off my camera.
Well, I think when you go to the screen to choose your camera angle, I think it. Well, I don't know. I have no idea.
I've flipped it before.
I don't know how iPhones. No, you're an iPhone.
Anyway, so
yeah, just turn it. Oh yeah, okay. We see the top of it, and now we see the bottom of it, and it won't fit all on one screen.
There we go. It's pretty big.
Yeah, it is pretty big.
And one of my favorite things about it is that you get the mouth of Sauron minifig with all the teeth.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite characters in the movie, partly because he's like kind of revolting, like just visually looking at him. So, I can't remember if he came in any prior set, but
yeah, I don't know.
I kind of think he came in the Black Gate set, so I do think maybe this, because I remember when the Barad-dûr set came out, the only like really unique figures was like a redo of Bilbo and Sam, which I'm like, like I have all the Lord of the Rings sets, so I'm sort of like, meh, it's not there. I didn't buy it for the minifigs, that's for sure. I bought it for but one of the other fun things about it, and if you've seen it in person, there's a light brick here behind it.
Okay.
And so you can push. It's hard to see it.
Yeah, you can see it light up a little bit.
It lights up. It's a lot more impressive in person than it appears on this camera. So
Gotcha.
that's a fun feature.
So obviously the Mouth of Sauron is obviously that particular figure is only in one set. Let me just actually search for Mouth of Sauron because.
Oh wow! Okay.
Oh, there was a second one. There was a first one.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
the Black Gates.
I clicked on image. Appears in 101. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. That's the Barad-dûr. High production quality, like I said. Bluish gray arms in one set. Yeah, the Battle at Black Gate, which I think is what you said. Yeah.
Because that's the only scene of the movie he appears in. So.
Okay, makes sense then. So I have heard that there's people that are buying like 2 Barad-dûrs in order to extend the tower because you can do that. The tower is the same footprint.
Yeah.
Like extend the height of the tower.
I mean, the time to do that would have been when the gift with purchase was the set. You could sell that for a lot. I sold mine. The other thing that I've been putting away is our project support, and one of the pieces I got were the little like antler pieces.
Yeah.
And I got them in green for vegetation to put around our new Hashima type build. So
yeah,
having some fun with that stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting, that project support idea. Oh, come on, I'm trying to get a blank page here. There we go. So yeah, you're putting your stuff away.
Yeah, we had a face-to-face meeting about our build, our collaborative build on this last weekend, and one of the things that's required is that every unit have lighting as part of the display.
Mm-hmm.
So I ordered some lights from a company called Adafruit.
Okay.
And they said they've already shipped, so they should be here in probably a week. And I'm very excited to try it out. So
cool.
Lighting Lego is something I am not very experienced at. So
yeah, I hear you.
Working with people who have, and so I may have to do a little soldering, which I don't even own a soldering iron thing, so I may go get one. But
yeah, it was in the Black Gate. Yes, thank you, Paul. Yeah. So as for me, like I said, I've been basically just doing the road stuff, or not the road stuff, the castle green space. I'm trying to think if I showed the picture last week of what I was planning to do. I don't even remember. But in the meantime, so this image and the next image are kind of reversed. Like this one's from above and the other one's from the other side. But last week I had built most of the green space, or finished building most of the green space. I still had this this unit over here at the very end to build, and I was out of brick, so I couldn't. So this week I've been running the paths in here. So I've got this picture now of from the other angle. I've got all my paths kind of starting laying out, and I'm missing a row of base plates along this edge of 32s. So by ripping out brick to build my paths, I then had enough brick to finish that next section and kind of continue into the next section. There is another 16 studs that goes here that obviously won't fit on my table. And this area here is where the jousting, or the archery tournament is. So
are you still waiting on your orders for more green parts then?
No, I didn't order any green parts because I realized as I'm ripping apart, like this is the, oh, hold on, go back to a view we can see. This is one of this is my first 16 or 32 by 32 base plate that I built. And when I, after building this one and starting to rip out the next one, I've got a pile of green brick and green plate again. So I've been able to extend my green space by removing stuff. And let me just open up that picture. If Because like I said, I don't remember if I actually showed this last week. So I know I showed it on Old Gray Bricks, but I don't remember if I showed it on this chat. So here we go. Close and take that guy off, that guy off, that guy off. So using that same picture we saw a few minutes ago, which is here, and then I've got plans. So first layer was the paths. So I've basically done all the paths over on this half here, and now I'm starting a path around here. It's going to be a lot straighter than it is. This was just freehand drawn, and it'll cross over. And there's a couple of gaps in here because next I will build a river, which will give me more green brick because I want to embed this river a little bit into the groundwork, at least up in this area. And then obviously, because there's rivers going through, I need to add the bridges. And then eventually the green will get replaced with farmland, and then some forests over here, and then tower and windmills and stuff like that I'm going to put in as well. I think the windmill might end up being over here just because it'll be closer to the power supply because I want to motorize it. But yeah, so that's my technical plan. Not sure how well that'll work, but so far so good. It's kind of annoying to build something once and then rip out portions of it to build the next thing, but I needed to get the gradient of the ground figured out first. And now, as I'm ripping out sections, I already have the topology on both sides, so I just have to mark up the pathways, and obviously this pathway will not be this straight when I'm done. I'll stick some pieces out on the side. But now I'm starting to run out of tan plate, and I don't have a new source for that tan brick and plate. I have some still, but it's starting to get low. So I might end up ordering tan versus green.
I have a lot of tan.
I have a lot of tan too, but it's all in my castle.
When you say plate, are you talking like 16 by 16 plates, or?
No, I'm talking about 1 by 1 to 4 by, well, even 6 by plate, like all the way up. I have bits. I have a lot of 1 by 1, and I think I still have some in my Bricklink store. But I'm going to start dipping into my store supply for the tan soon. So if anybody's watching, don't order tan for me. Release plates and bricks for the next few days, please. Not like anybody is, but anyway.
I think Sarah's going to go and order all of your tan. Just
order canceled. Sorry, we're out of stock on this item. So, but it's funny because I was just actually having a conversation the other day about how Bricklink sales have pretty much plummeted or gone to a crawl.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're seeing it too.
I've had one sale in the last month.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
I mean, it has completely dried up.
Yeah.
And I mostly just sell sets. In fact, the only thing I sold was I have a handful of parts that I had entire cases of, and it was a case of 1 by 1 trans red square tiles, and somebody bought 1,650, which was all I had left listed on my store.
Okay, yeah.
Somebody bought them all. Obviously, they're doing some big project, but
yeah, pretty much, eh? Just to give you an idea here, let me just hold on. Sorry, I'm just trying to move some stuff around here on this side screen so I can pull this up. So I'm not showing you my orders actually, but I'm just kind of showing oops, not that screen, this one here. I can make it a little bigger now. So just kind of giving you an idea of my orders. So in August, I probably had 20 orders. I mean, a few days apart.
Yeah.
I had a little rush here and there. The end of August was fairly good. September 1st, September 3rd, September 10th, September 11th. So we're almost halfway through the month, and I've had 5 orders this month, which is slow. Now, my last two, this last one I just got in was from South Korea, which was like a $100 Canadian order, including shipping and stuff. So, I mean, at least I got some money out of that one, but it's just like, wow, it's pretty slow right now. And I mean, I was listening to I was listening to someone's YouTube show today. I think NB Bricks. She's a local from Toronto, and she used Bricks and Pieces for the first time, and she was like, "I'm so happy! I got my parts in like 5 days from the standard thing, and I got a whole bunch of stuff I needed, and I think I might start using this over Bricklink." And I'm like, "Yep, that's pretty much what it is."
But see, I sell sets, and I
Yeah,
have
you sell sets, so
0 sets in 6 weeks. 0.
yeah.
That's a pretty bad drought. I mean, I don't rely on it to pay for anything, so I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm just like, ooh, that fell off a cliff.
I sold 2 sets, 2 used sets this month, from one of my friends who was selling some of their stuff. But they were expensive sets, so, and I didn't really get any money out of that because they were used sets. So it wasn't me selling it; it was selling for a friend type thing, helping them out, right? So, but yeah,
a friend in upstate New York.
No, different friend.
Oh, different friend. Oh, okay.
Different friend. Yeah, I sell for a few people.
Oh, I didn't know
when the need comes. So, just people that don't have a Bricklink store, and
yeah,
I know them well now.
It can be a trial getting it established, a Bricklink store.
It definitely is, because especially now, there's a lot more hoops to jump through. But yeah, so it's been quiet from that front, which is good because I'm building, so that's it's not that bad of a thing. But at the same time, it's like I'd like to have a little bit extra money come in, because that money will help me buy parts off of Bricks and Pieces and stuff to fund this project. I did add, well, I think I said last week I had 7 of those Princess Peach Mario starting courses or whatever that I added to my store. So I ended up getting that done this weekend too, like getting all the parts in and stuff. So I haven't sold as well. I can't say I haven't sold a single part from there, but I haven't sold anything that I recognize from those sets yet, because they're still out in the stores. I did reduce the Princess Peach character, like the whole character I think is worth about 27 Canadian, and I just set it for $20 because I have 7 of them, and that's now the lowest price new. So I figure if anybody wants it, hopefully they'll buy them off of me.
Your bottom dollar.
Well, I bought the kits for $25, so if I sell the figure for a few bucks less, right, it ends up, it works out. So in other news, we also noticed that the Chris Giddens was saying in Old Grey Bricks that there's a Batman exclusive set at Walmart that was available online in WalmartUS.com for $50, and it was 2 Batman sets. I think we talked about it last week. 2 Batman ships, the Batman car and the Batman plane, plus the little poly bag. And I've been keeping my eye on it here because it was selling for $50 US. So I think it was like, you get like $30 off or whatever. And it did appear on Walmart.ca this week, or today or yesterday, for $120. And each of the, or 119 or 115, I think it was. And each of those sets are $50 Canadian, and the poly bag is $5. So it's $10 higher to buy that as a gift, or as the whole set. So, in a couple of weeks, or next week I'm heading to the States. So I'm wondering if there have been seen in actual stores as well. Because if so, I might pick it up. Not like I need a Batman set. I don't. But they do look like they're cool. And, I have way too much black Lego. But, I feel like it's a deal and it could be fun. I don't know. But anyway. All right. Why don't we jump into the news? Because I can't find the news. Which one is it?
Yeah, I'm trying to be more disciplined about basically just buying sets I'm for sure going to build and be really excited about, because I have a whole bunch of sets. I consolidated all my unbuilt sets into one room, and I was appalled at how many, well, maybe I'll build it. No, I'm not really excited about it today. And it's just been sitting there, and I'm like, I need to stop buying so many of these.
Well, I mean, technically, if you have stuff you don't want, you can just add them to your store too, right? Like,
that's true. And I did do that. I took a few things to the basement where I keep my inventory. So.
I don't have a huge like I don't have a huge set of backlog, but I definitely have backlog stuff that it's like I don't think I'll ever build this.
Yeah.
Like I have 2 of the Everyone is Awesome sets extra that I originally bought because the torsos are all plain and they were a decent price. I think they went on sale once, so I bought a couple of them, and they're still in a box. I might just part them out into my collection, and then
The real question is, did you buy any extra Welcome to Apocalypse bill? Because that's the one.
no. And by Everyone is Awesome is the Pride one, right?
Oh yeah.
That's the one I was talking about. Did
Yeah,
I
sorry,
say
I
that
was
wrong?
thinking the Lego movie.
Oh, Everything is Awesome. Yeah, no. Yeah, I don't have any of those sets. But I just have some random sets here and there. Like I've got Switch tracks that eventually I'll use and for like the train sets, but they're just sitting on my shelf. So, but one of these days I'll figure out what to do with those. I'm also not buying a lot these days either. Like, what did I just get? I just got. Trying to think what I built this for last week. I don't remember. That's
For
how
me,
memorable it was.
biggest conundrum is the smaller Star Wars sets, because I typically build the UCS, and sometimes there's a minifig that only comes in like the $30 set, and I'm like, well, what if they never make this? And
Yep.
I guess I should tell myself, look, if you really want the minifig, you can just go to Bricklink and buy the minifig. So
it's technically cheaper. I mean, you feel bad. It's cheaper than buying the set, but at the same time, you're paying more than what the figure is worth, like piece by piece, like just based on the price of the set type thing versus the figure.
Well, and if I'm not going to put the set together and put it on my shelf in my Star Wars office, then I should just do that. So.
Yeah, just buy the fig. And I mean, you wait till the set is out for, like, wait till the set goes on sale, and then maybe the prices will be low at that point too.
And that happens,
right?
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't want to buy it right away, because then you'll pay the most, at least for the first few years, is when the set's brand new.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, okay, news. Lego ideas. The Disney Pixar Luxo Junior set has been on the holding, or has been in hold for the past 2 cycles of judging, and just today, or just no, not today, last week, September 6th, they announced that it will go to production. This is the fan model. This is not the actual model. This one was by Toby One Kenobi 2506. You figure with the name of Toby One Kenobi, you wouldn't need the 20506 at the end. But anyway, so it's past the review stage and will be an official Lego Idea Set project. Or the project needed further review during the second 2023 review stage. It took a while, but Lego got it done, and it's now currently under production and will be revealed in the distant future. So my thought is they were trying to make the lamp. I'm thinking they were trying to make the lamp move like this lamp would have if it was jumping, so you could position it in certain ways.
Makes sense.
And that's my thought. And I'm thinking that also that some of these connection points, the way he's got it designed, might not have been the strongest. So they were probably just trying to figure out a way to engineer it so it would work and be stable. Yeah, this might be one I would pick up, maybe. Just because I don't think it would be a hugely expensive set. And I think it would be just kind of a nice shelf piece for, the wall that's no longer behind me, but beside me. So, all right. Now for the actual newer Lego Ideas sets this week. Coincidentally, there is a theme. Let's see if Matt can identify the theme by the end of the Lego Idea sets. First up, we have the Gravity Falls Mystery Shack. This is the second one that's hit the review stage this cycle. We had one like a week ago or 2 weeks ago. It's by Mad Bricks. This is the 5th different project of the same subject matter to reach 10K goal. And it features the iconic Mystery Shack from the popular show, 1,800 or 1,181 pieces.
This would be one that we would buy. My husband loved the cartoon show, and I would probably buy it and build it for his room.
Yeah, understandable. So actually, this one, this is the first one in the 3rd review stage, because the only other one is the Cliffside House, which I think we looked at last time. so I mean, but there have been 4 previous versions of this that have been created. So, but yeah, I could see a lot of people liking this. I hear the show is really funny. So the thing is though, like if another Mystery Shack gets voted into this round, then I think that kind of makes Lego disqualify both of them type thing in their head at least, because how do you award one person? Like you can't really do a joint Lego idea between 2 people easily, I would think.
Pick the
You know
best.
what I mean?
Pick the best build. I mean,
yeah, but I mean, so if you had submitted a shack and someone else submitted a shack and they won and you didn't, that would probably annoy you. Even if it's like the quality of the build, that's beside the point. Well, I mean, it is a better build, sure, but
I mean, because Lego people are always so rational. So,
well, this is true too. Anyway, all right, another Lego ideas set. I think Control Shift T. Let me just make sure I just didn't close 2 by mistake because it paused when I clicked close. Okay, Lego Ideas Roundhouse Ski Lodge achieves 10,000 supporters. So this is by Thomas the Cross. The build features a ski lodge in a round shape and has a full interior. When you take the roof off, the project. Okay, so it joins the other 2 projects for the 3rd review stage. So here's a different side of it. And another different side of it, they don't actually have pictures of the roof off, so you can't really see inside of it. But it's an interesting idea. The next one to hit 10,000 is the Italian Villa. So far, these have nothing in common for the record. The Italian Villa by Brickhammer is the latest project to hit 10,000. The project was originally designed for the Bricklink Designer Program Series 2 and 3, but was not selected. The 2,808-piece build features a 3-story building inspired by traditional Tuscan architecture. So that's interesting. If you submit something through a Bricklink Designer Program and you don't make it in, you can then submit it through Lego Ideas as well.
That's kind of interesting. Very porous set of criteria, apparently.
Yeah, you figure they would say not to do that. I mean, Lego does own both sites and stuff, but and I think technically, like when you submit something to Lego Ideas, Lego holds the IP rights to it for a little while, or the rights to that model.
Yes,
for X amount of years or whatever, even if they don't choose it. A couple other shots of it. Nice looking little building. I mean, that would go with the other Tuscan related or the other Italy related builds that they've had, the canal houses and stuff. I think there's 2 of them now from Venice.
Yeah, I bought the designer program. I bought the Venetian.
The Venetian, yeah.
Set, so
yeah.
I thought it was gorgeous. I haven't built it, but it's sitting there in my.
What do you think of this one?
It's not as attractive as the Venetian one. It's nice, but honestly, I look at that and I go, I could probably do better. I could probably build better, you know. And that's kind of a yardstick for me. Is if I look at it and I go, I think I could do just as well. I'm probably not going to buy something like that.
Yeah. All right, next up, we have Lego Ideas Summit Station achieves 10,000 supporters. So this is by Baron von Baron. 3,000 pieces. Build features a summit station along with a mountain inn, tavern, garden, and radio station. This project joins the other ones, namely the ski lodge, top of a mountain, similar theme. Are we hitting a winter theme this year? I don't know.
There's also just a lot of buildings, period.
Yeah, well, for sure. There always is, I would say.
Yeah.
But this one's kind of interesting, though. I mean, I like the idea of it being up on a mountaintop. You know, there's some little hidden secrets underneath. I
do kind of like the ant colony cutaway thing.
Yeah.
It's different. I mean, you don't see that used in a lot of. I mean, you see it at conventions. I've seen others build to it, but I can't say I've ever seen it in an official Lego set. So
yeah, and like the underside, or like having the tram crawl on the side here, that looks like it's a rack-driven tram. So it's not like a ski lift, but I don't know. It just gave me a ski hill vibe as well.
It's a funicular.
Funicular, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that name. The only thing I would say as a gripe is it's hinged, so it closes together,
Yeah.
but this is all open.
Oh, when you close it, yeah, it wouldn't be.
Yeah.
But what about that
I,
green thing? Doesn't it?
oh, you know what? It's hinged because it's on an angle. Okay, it doesn't close together.
Oh.
It's all one piece probably. It's just it's a V structure, or like an offset. You know what I mean? I just assumed that because there's hinges there, therefore it is foldable, but it's not. I was incorrect. So, and then still Lego ideas, but they're going to refresh the platform a little bit. They're starting to roll out some new layouts and features on the platform. Not everyone will see the new features at the same time, but doing a gradual rollout to random members on the site where Lego is gathering feedback. If you are chosen, below is what you will be seeing on the challenge entry page, which gives you a brighter and cleaner layout. So just a rebranding of their platform. No, not rebranding, just reskinning of their platform. So and lastly, in the Lego ideas, there is also a new contest, Build from the Heart building contest. So the winning model will be turned into an official Lego set. The build is centered around Valentine's Day. Yes, it's early, but you know, it is getting closer. And the goal is to create something that represents the day. There's a maximum of 1,000 elements that can be 1,000 elements, and it cannot use flowers as the main part of the build. You have until October 15th to submit your entries. As part of being the winning entry, your model will be turned into a real Lego set, and you'll also get the following. For the record, this is not the following, this is an ad. 1% of the total net sales of the product, 10 complimentary copies of the set, credit and bio in the set material as the Lego Idea fan designer. You'll also get a Polaroid one-step SX70 camera Lego model, the family tree, the London phone book, or the London telephone box, sorry, the wildflower bouquet, and the rose bouquet. So all the sets shown here.
What's a phone book, Grandpa?
Phone booth. Even just pretty much the same though. What's the phone booth? That's where Superman gets changed, and that's where you get it. That's how you get enter the Ministry of Magic in Harry Potter.
There you go.
Wait, is that right? And if you're a spy, that's sometimes how you enter in the spy headquarters. Yeah. Or if you just need quiet talking on your cell phone, you could probably go into one of those too.
Yeah, I have to ask my students. I'm like, do you know what a phone book is? Because you know, like, there's times where I'm like, it's as thick as a phone book, and then I go, oh wait, they don't.
All right,
they're gonna know.
So we've had conversations about the Piece by Piece movie that's coming up with Pharrell. The set was announced last week. It's coming out in theaters on October 11th, so a month away. And right now, you can go onto Lego's website in the Insider Reward Center, and there's a sweepstakes there for a chance to attend the premiere in New York City. You get a chance to win 2 tickets to the premiere of the movie, as well as hotel accommodations and airfare to New York. The cost is 0 insider points, and the sweepstakes ends today. Oh wow, crap! This was September 9th, so it's over. Sorry for the short notes. Just saw it today. So much for that idea. Hopefully someone
entered.
Get your
time machine and enter, everybody. Get in your time machine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, get in your time machine and go back 2 days. So you can enter a sweepstakes you probably wouldn't win. Or, you know, get in your time machine and go to something else where, you know. Anyway. The Lego Batman TV series Batmobile is now available for pre-order on Shop at Home. It does come out October 1st. But you can get your order in early for 150 USD. It's not like you're saving money. You can order it if you want to get it sooner, or if you want to guarantee that you get one 3 or 4 days after it's released, because it'll take that long to ship to you. In the most cases, I know that sometimes Lego has shipped things early, but that doesn't seem to happen that often. All right, new sets. Matt, we already had the conversation about Wednesday. You never saw it either.
No, I watched some of it.
Oh, okay. Wait, who was I talking to about Wednesday? Oh, that was my kid. It's been a busy day. I haven't actually had a chance to watch any of it, but Lego today announced 2 sets based on the Wednesday TV show, which I think was Netflix. Was it Netflix?
Yeah, it was Netflix.
So It's really unexpected news. We'll be getting Lego sets based on the Wednesday Addams show, which are slated to release in October. A Greek certified Lego store has listed the 2 sets coming out soon. First one is Wednesday Addams figurine, which is Wednesday standing on a pedestal or a stand here in a graveyard. The figure is similar to the figures that they're using for the Wicked sets as well. So it looks like Lego has a new design. Build and rebuild, and you can actually build 2 different versions of Wednesday from this kit. It also looks like some of the parts pop off on the sides of this display, or they're inside. Oh no, they're like drawers underneath. With, I guess maybe that's where the extra parts get stored or something. So I know nothing about this, like I said, because I haven't watched it, but you know, it still looks interesting. Lots of nice black parts in here. Hockey sticks in black.
Ooh, yes.
Hot dogs. We've had black hot dogs before. But yeah. And then the other one is the Wednesday in Enid's dorm room, 750 piece set, which is more of a play set. Again, some drawers underneath to put things into, which is kind of interesting.
I have to say that when these were announced, I was initially very surprised because I didn't think of the TV show as maybe having that big of a reach. But then it occurred to me that it's a female lead character, and so
Yeah.
many IPs are male dominated, and so that made some sense. And then
Yeah.
it's also pretty PG-13, so it's the
Sure,
kind
okay.
of thing that preteens and kids could watch. And there's so many IPs where there's maybe things that make Lego nervous about content.
Yeah.
And once I started to think about it, I'm like, yeah, I can see why they chose it. Like, there's a lot of pluses there for Lego.
Yeah. And just as note, they're friends-based mini dolls, which makes total sense as well, I guess, because that's they seem to be doing that a lot for the Disney type shows and stuff. Even though I know this isn't Disney, it's MGM, but yeah. So those 2 got announced, unofficially announced, because it was a Greek Lego certified store that leaked them.
Trojan horse.
And also announced today a Disney related property. It was the Lego Ideas Magic of Disney. So this was an ideas contest, I think, that was a little while ago. Also leaked by the same store. So not announced officially. It's set to be released in October. It's 1,103 pieces, and is part of the Lego X Target X or Lego Ideas X Target collaboration, which will be an exclusive to the retailer. So why does a Lego Greek certified store have access or get information from a Lego X Target collaboration? Obviously, it's going to be sold on Shop and Home's website as well, I would assume.
It is a conundrum, though.
Yeah. So the build features a large-scale Sorcerer Mickey, along with minifigures of Geppetto, Simba, Lilo, Bruno, Belle, Sebastian, and Flounder. Here we have a couple bit of a better scene of it. It's got the Pinocchio little display, a Simba Pride Rock, Lilo on a surfboard, Belle in front of the rose and the rose painting. Who was that guy? That was I didn't catch the name of that one. Belle, Bruno. Bruno from Encanto, which is kind of interesting. Sebastian over here on surfing a wave with Flounder, and then the broomsticks from Fantasia as well. Hey, I almost got them all.
Pretty good. I would have no chance because I'm not a big Disney person, which is good because my pocketbook can't afford for me to be a fan of every IP. So
when I originally saw this Bruno, I thought, oh, is that like Ezra? Why is Ezra in here? But yeah, okay. And hopefully everybody knows who Ezra is. If not, character from Star Wars from one of the later shows. All right, this will get your interest a bit, maybe, Matt. New Elementary Castle Nocturna parts from Dreams.
Yes, please.
Yeah, that I love the bright light orange. So this is a 199 US set, I think probably about 260 Canadian. And they did a review of this one's already out, isn't it? Yeah, August 1st. This has already been out for a little while. So new molds. They've got the new hourglass holder piece, which is kind of an interesting design. Not sure what you would necessarily use that for. I guess these in one color would kind of be an interesting, like
That
you could use that as a what do you call it? As a fence rail or something like that. Could be kind of interesting.
that seems surprisingly not useful.
Yeah.
In general, I mean, having the double-ended attachment points could be useful, but the hourglass thing, it seems kind of
Yeah.
this.
I mean, it's a cool part for the sets, but yeah, I'm pretty sure people will find it a use for it. Actually, you know what? That could be an interesting joint, like for a mech or something, because you could put a clip on this part, and then you have a stud or a bar coming out this way. Could be an
Yeah,
interesting joint.
I mean, I'm sure someone can find a use for it, but the fact
Yeah,
that it, like has different colors, if you're gonna build in one of those colors, the green or the like grayish color, I
yeah,
could see how it could fit in. But if you're not building in that color
in that color
scheme,
scheme. Yeah,
eh,
yeah. Oh, and here's some kind of a comparison or how to use the parts. There's a little fruit fly buzzing around, so if I suddenly just start doing this, you know what's going on. I haven't gone crazy. So yeah, it is double studded on the sides, and the bar on the top doesn't seem to be quite right for like the. I'm guessing this jumper is sitting right on the edge.
I mean, it could be obviously, they're showing that there's not usages. So if you're trying to create something really
Yeah,
unusual, like one of the things in the Barador that I just finished is if you built the Saturn V rocket where they do all this like advanced snot stuff to get the rounded shape of the
yeah,
rocket, they actually use some of that in this Barador set where the
okay,
rounded part of the tower.
yeah,
And so now this is like, the second time I've seen it. So it's not like the first time I built the Saturn V, my mind was blown. I was
yeah.
like,
It's like foreign.
you can do that with
Yeah,
Lego?
yeah. So, also there's the new jackets or the new, I guess, vests, which is dying for one in red now to do Marty McFly properly. But
Yeah, the
uh,
gray color is kind of boring. I mean, I'll be
yeah,
honest. Like that does not make me want to hop on Bricks and Pieces and order it in that color, but a different color maybe.
I think it is available in some other colors as well, or I think it will be. The stud on the back is kind of like meh. Like
Yeah.
like we don't usually have places to attach things onto our vests in the back. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. There's a newer color of armor here as well, or style of armor.
So where you put the
Uh,
selfie stick, I don't know.
there's the new panda, uh, red panda animal.
Oh yeah, the red-tailed red panda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to order any of those when they become available in Bricks and Pieces. It's not as appealing a character or an animal for me.
Yeah.
And there's also the new Never Witch Raven thingy, whatever it's called here.
See, that just screams it needs to go in an Edgar Allan Poe,
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
Raven. That
the
would be,
Raven.
and it looks kind of ghostly, horror.
Yeah, Nevermore.
Yep.
That was it, right? Yeah, yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would like to see this in a color that isn't transparent. Like I hope they put this into something else. Because I'm assuming this Raven is a new mold.
It's different from the eagle. That at first glance, it's like the same thing as the eagle, but
yeah, and that's what I say. I hope we'll see more natural colors for this mold in the future across other themes. The dome piece we've kind of talked about as well with the crystallized top. It's a little taller than the existing dome. Recolors. That is not trans yellow. That's opal trans yellow, so it's a little bit different than a trans yellow. Some teal. Curve bricks. Oh, that reminds me. Remember that fan vote for the classic space figures and the castle figures?
vaguely, yes.
I found a Facebook post, news poster. Someone asked the question about them. Has anybody heard anything from it? And one of the people replied saying, "We probably won't hear about it until they actually announce the final set, like and when it's going to be available." But someone also said that in one of the Dreams episodes, Dr. Oz, the guy who has the Classic Space logo kind of under his T-shirt, he is wearing a teal T-shirt with the Classic Space logo on it. So they're like, "Oh, is that the possible hint added or something?"
Easter eggs.
Yeah, I don't know if it would be, but be kind of interesting. So there's also the the new molds or new colors in the corner slopes in the two different heights,
Nice.
75° and 45°. Bunch of new tiles, prints, and then some stickers, and then the minifigures. So there is also another review for the Monkey Kid set, the Celestial Pagoda. So I figure we have a quick peek at this. $150 US, again, probably about 180, 190 Canadian if I made my guess. This one's like a fairly tall set. It's not Barad-dûr, but it's like, the friendly Barad-dûr.
That has my attention. I'm kind of curious to see that, like when it gets built in the store. That's one that I'm like, because
it's already out June 1st.
I have a bunch of the Monkey Kid and Ninjago stuff opposite side of the wall over here, and it would look real nice next to some of that stuff.
It won't be built in the store because they don't sell Monkey Kid in the stores.
Right.
Yeah.
Darn it.
So there is no way to see this in person unless you buy it. Which is really stupid, but
that makes it even more likely that I will wait for like a Black Friday thing where like you spend X and you get a GWP, because if I get it and I decide I don't want to build it because it's not sold in North America, I can put it on my Bricklink store and I'll certainly find there'll be a buyer at some point that wants it, and there won't be a lot of them on North American Bricklink, so I can sell it.
So yeah, okay, 7 elements of the new molds. There's actually 3 new molds, but one has 5 different color variants. So there's this weird tile cloud piece.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know what I'd use it for though. I mean, the end of a bed. Sorry, my phone is getting notifications. Apparently, we're now live on our channel. And Smoky Skies for Ontario, Wednesday to Friday. Interesting. I'll have to look into that.
That sounds like
forest fires.
Very important news.
Yeah, well, it is if it's forest fire related, but so yeah, and then there's these crystal pieces, which actually are kind of interesting.
They are, but they almost seem like single use. Like
yeah,
I can't imagine using them in very many other builds off the top of my head. But
this cloud piece just makes me think of a headboard or something for a bed.
Well, I actually made me think of a upraised middle finger.
Oh, is that too? Yeah, or a foot, a 3-pronged foot. I don't know. Yeah. So that's kind of interesting. Recolors. So there's a 6x6 window in lavender.
Interesting.
This roof corner that isn't available in a lot of colors to my knowledge, but in the bright light blue and this newer one as well in like bright light. I think it's bright light blue.
The 6-stud wide window door frame. I'm actually kind of astonished at how many colors they've rolled that out in. I figured it. I just did not anticipate that would get that much love.
Because they have solid colored panels for those too, right?
Yes, I bought some off of Bricks and Pieces. They're sitting right over there. But the sheer number of colors, like they were on our local Lego store Pick a Brick, and I got a whole bunch in white. Like I have a lot in white, and now I'm kind of like, I wish I hadn't gotten quite so many because now they're available.
Well, yeah, because we thought it was a one-off, like you said. But I mean, a lot of these colors I don't think are as useful for some building. Like some of the they're more pastels and such. I don't know. I'm just actually pulling it up to see what colors. That's not it. Where did it go? Is that it? No. I thought I just clicked. I just opened it in a new tab, but it disappeared on me. Let's try that again. Oh, it opened it up in Bricks and Pieces. That's what screwed me up. I was hoping to actually open it up in I was thinking that I was on Brickset. That's what I was in my brain. So I was trying to open up the part 99301 in Brickset. Let's just pop that open and see. And yes, I could probably just go to Bricklink as well, but view all matching parts. So it comes in sand green, white, dark red, dark stone, dark gray, black, and white. There's 2 whites for some reason. Oh, one was 2021, one's 2013. So this one's discontinued. Sand green 2013 as well, so that's no longer available. And dark red was 2011. So it's interesting that they haven't come out with this in standard red, because we have all those 33-degree roof slopes in red.
That's a fair point. Yeah.
And I could see some other, like dark gray, black, and white makes sense. I would like to see a light gray or something too, but I don't know. I've always thought when this part first came out, I was like, oh, I want to have those because they would be very useful, but I don't think I've ever really used them for anything. I know I have a few and I think I've used them, but
it's remarkable how rarely I use roof tiles to make roofs.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because everybody's doing plates. Like now that we have all the wedge part plates as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, rare elements, a dark blue bracket, the black 3x3 half or quarter round fence piece.
That's the Friends fence too. That's interesting.
No, I'd say that's the Elves fence, isn't it?
Yes, sorry, you're correct. I meant to say.
Well, I mean, still Friends characters, but yeah. And then the following has been seen in a few sets, so nothing much here. It's still shocked at this piece in dark blue. It hasn't been ever come out in light gray, and that kind of shocks me because I need one. So
we're getting the lightest purple lavender color. That's interesting.
Yeah. Well, and this one's already been available in one other set, probably. Let's just see. That lavender, also seen in the karaoke music party and water park set. Water park might have been a gift for purchase type set, though. I don't know what the karaoke music party is. I don't think I've ever heard of that one. And then 3 elements have been included in 3 other sets. So, new print.
The Eye of Sauron for girls, obviously.
Yeah. The Eye of Sauron after going to the beauty parlor.
Yeah. The makeover eye. Makeover.
The figs are kind of interesting because they're all pretty much wearing the same outfit, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, that's kind of
1,
boring.
2, 4, 5. Who's 3? But I mean, these suits are kind of interesting if you were to do like a team of something, right? Like,
yes.
Like if you were to do like a race team or some kind of thing like that. And this one has a 6 on it. Looks like I don't see a number. Yeah, he's number 6. So who's number 3? Anyway, probably part of the storyline that the number 3 is missing. But anyway, and then last but not least, just the brick set list of sets with images. There was something on here that caught my eye. Was there? Oh, there's a new. I think we talked about the new Minecraft 3-in-1 set, but there was also a. There's the Batman and Joker gift set I was talking about earlier, and I saw this one as well, the Animal 3-pack for creators. So it's going to be coming out at some point as well. There's the Friday sets, the Mickey set. There's a little Hogwarts train here, which could be a promotional build for somewhere. See if it says promotional in-store build for September. Oh yeah, that already came out. And lastly, let's just see if there's anything for 2025 that's new. Just the Animal Crossing, the Donkey King, the Mario, the Mario Kart sets, and a couple Animal Crossing sets. So yeah, not much going on there. There's 3 Animal Crossing sets? I don't know if I knew there were 3 of them. I guess I did. Anyway. So, not a bad news week. But, not extremely busy one as well. So, and we're at 54 minutes. So.
Wow. Doesn't seem like it.
Pretty quick one, eh?
Yeah.
Not saying we're ending it now, but just saying how time can fly, or how time can. Well, when you have someone like David Sincere talking back, being sarcastic, of course, I miss him, and not making Dorito jokes. Apparently, there was an article today in one of the papers that said they did tests on the Dorito. There you go. I knew you'd have some. They did tests on the Dorito paste, the spice, whatever, the cheese, the pink stuff, red stuff, on animals cells, and it was mouse skin or something like that, or I don't know, flesh. I can't think of the right proper term. And the chemicals or the stuff that's in that Dorito cheese turned it into translucent.
Tell you what,
But as soon as they washed it off, it disappeared. Or it didn't disappear; it reappeared, I guess. So it's like, oh, okay. I think the article was like, Doritos turn mice invisible. Are humans next, or something?
finally,
and that led us on. Go ahead.
Finally, my cloak of invisibility dream.
Yeah, well, yeah. I think, did you originally say that? Yeah, you originally said that, and I was like, yeah, that explains Harry Potter. They just ate lots of Doritos, but yeah, it was kind of a weird article to get posted.
It was strange, yeah.
Yeah, just trying to see if there's anything else that was interesting that we had come across. Yeah, not much. There was like a bunch of new parts announced.
Yes.
From Bricks and Pieces. It's like sorry, go ahead.
I have an expensive cart full of them sitting.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So I mean, that being said, like this is from the chat, the bot in the Discord Bricks and Pieces channel, and it's like, oh my God, there's 160 some odd new pieces, 167 new pieces. And when I started looking through them, I'm like, yeah, I guess some of them are new, but like there was just like some of them are like, I don't get it. Like we've had some of these parts for a long time.
Yeah, there was like an elephant head that I thought was really kind of cool, and I put some of the other undersea heads. Like I put the beards in.
Yeah.
And I think it was a couple of days ago. I had two different new parts, and one of them was the lobster head and the crustacean head, and also those trans 1x2s. I put some of those in because I'm going to be working with color. So,
but this is like transparent blue, and this has existed for a while.
Yes.
So I don't know if it's just they've switched plastics, maybe, or something. So it's got a new part number.
I think so.
Like, I mean, again, transparent cones, like some of these I think have existed for quite some time. 1x1 round transparent plates, same thing. Like all the transparents have changed or have been added.
The 1x1 round transparent tiles were in there in like all the colors, and some of them I already have, but
yeah. So it's like mainly a transparent thing. So that's why I'm wondering if they've changed the molds or something, or not the molds, but the actual plastic maybe or something. So they're just new IDs, new design IDs.
Mm-hmm. Could be.
Yeah, like every transparent color. I think I don't know if there's any in here that are brand new. Doesn't look like it to me, but I'm not an expert on all the different shades. The headlight brick as well in transparent, trans clear.
Yeah,
1x1 rounds.
I have a whole bunch of those. So I mean, it's been out. It could be it's just the new plastic, so it gets a new ID number or something.
Yeah, that would be my guess. Because the Discord bot doesn't really know necessarily the difference. It's just like, hey, these are new items in the database. The garage door,
the rounds,
trans, and
the 2x2 round. I don't know if that trans orange has been available before. That to me,
trans this orange, yeah, it has.
Okay, well, to me, I have 0 in my collection, so like that's something I tossed in my basket.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, trans neon's been around for a long time. I think the trans orange has been around for a while too.
Okay.
I could be wrong. And then there's some actual parts, like some new tires being added and stuff, and Duplo garbage bin, although I think that one was even in there in the past too.
Nobody cares about tires.
Yeah. Well, unless they're like new spacey looking tires. Yeah, it was just kind of a weird collection of parts being added.
It's a mishmash.
Yeah. Yeah. So what do you think? You want to continue talking for a bit, or want to call it a night?
We can call it a night. I don't have a lot to say.
Yeah, no, it's fair. That's fair. I've got to run. My kid came over for a quick visit this evening, and he left his baseball cap here, so I do need to run it over to his house or back over to his mom's.
You know how important baseball caps are.
It's the one he wears to work.
I'm doing the CBC. I've got the CBC one going on today, so
yeah, I love the CBC ones. They're fun.
the one thing I've got to do on my to-do list is I already have my, I booked my hotel reservation for Bricks in the Six, but I need to book the lodging on the way up and the way back. So I kind of measured all that out and picked out a route and counties we're going to go through. But and I actually even looked up some Airbnb places and I saved them, but I haven't actually booked. And I'm feeling more confident about the that I'll be good to go health wise. I talked to the podiatrist today, and one of my concerns is that in the hospital he said, I want you to cut back on your walking. And so I asked him for some clarification on that, because you go to a Lego convention and you can rack up the steps. I mean, it's and I think that's actually how I got my original blister, was walking at Bricks Rodeo in Austin, Texas. And he said, well, he's like, I just don't want you to go on like long hikes or be walking for 3 hours and that kind of stuff. So I think that when I do go up,
you'll be okay.
Assuming I'm still supposed to take it easy, and we're talking November, so that's quite a ways away. It's 2 months away. I might just assemble as much of it I can on a table and then lay it down on the floor, and I might have to limit how much I walk around the hall. But I'm assuming Bricks in the Six isn't going to be like Chicago, where it's
no, it's not Chicago. It's actually 2-3 halls, I think, is what they've got.
Okay.
But they're like 10,000 square feet per type thing. Actually, one of them's not even that big.
And I need to do, like, I guess I need to upload mock, like you have to upload your mocks. I don't think I've done.
Yeah. Are you in the Discord group for that one, or?
I don't think so.
Okay. When you go to upload your mock, let me know and I'll send you the link for it.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it's on the Bricks in the Six site, to be honest with you. I'm still waiting. You were talking about reserving the hotel. I'm still waiting for the Atlanta BrickCon hotel books to be available. He did update it to say this is the exhibitors for 2024.
Okay.
So at least I know now if I check this. I had emailed Nick, the organizer, a couple of weeks ago and said, hey, I don't see the hotels. And I'm like, oh, I found the hotels. And I replied back, said, nope, that's 2024 hotels. And he said, yeah, we'll have the 2025 ones soon. We're just, they're just trying to figure out the room rates and stuff.
Yeah, I made a reservation, admissions reservation for Brickworld Chicago for next summer. I'm not 100% sure I'm actually going to go, but if you get it's $120 to register, and if you request a refund like 30 days out, you get all of it back except for $20. And I was like, well, they filled up last time, but the hotels are all gone. So I need to sit down and look at what's extremely close by and decide whether I want to pay the going rate for the non-conference rate to stay in the conference hotel, or just book something that's adjacent where I can.
Well, and the conference rate wasn't that good of a deal anyhow. It's an expensive hotel.
Yeah, it is.
Like I think I spent close to $2,000 in hotel Canadian.
To
stay at the hotel for like 5 or 6 days. Like it was easily, well, maybe it wasn't $2,000. Maybe it was $1,000. I think the whole trip cost me over $2,000 because of gas and stuff as well.
Yeah.
Which was like kind of crazy for one person in a room. Like I could have doubled up, but I didn't. I don't know. Well, Dana stayed with me the first year. I remember it was really expensive. Dana stayed with me for the second year, so it was a little bit better. But
I don't stay 5 nights because usually I drive up on the day that you can. I think Wednesday, because there's 3 days you can unload on Wednesday. But Sunday, I want to get out of the metro so I don't have to face rush hour traffic Monday. So I'm assuming we'll do the same thing where we'll just drive 2 hours to get outside of Chicago and then stay someplace not too far.
Yeah, if I didn't have the castle, I might do something like that. But I need those days to set up my castle type thing. So fun stuff. So,
cool.
And I still need to register. Registration's open as well for Brick and Benny. I need to do that for next September in Montreal. So, you were mentioning that one of your favorite hat shops is going out of business or they're shutting down one of their lines.
I'm upset because I was going to visit it in Toronto.
That's what I was going to ask. Is the whole shop that's shutting down, or they're just shutting down one of their production runs? Or
no, they've already shut down their website, and they just had an Instagram, and they announced on Instagram. I'll be honest, I suspected this was happening because a year or two ago, every month they would tease like, here's our next designs, and they sold sold sneakers, they sold hats, and they sold jackets. and they had not teased any new product in months. And
Okay.
so when he posted and said, I'm really sorry, but this is it, and we're clearing out the last bit of our inventory, I was not at all surprised, but I was really sad because I was a big fan of their designs. They were kind of whimsical and funny, and like they did the hockey mask like Jason from the the slasher movies, but they called it serial killer, cereal like breakfast cereal, and they had like a hat. Guy in a hockey mask had like a bowl of cereal in front of him. They had done some like UFOs beaming up cows. They did a bunch of T-Rexes. Like I don't know, it was kind of silly and fun. And they did one which was like a fried egg on a hat, and then another one was like a steak, and then another one was like a basket of chicken legs. And Thomas loved the chicken legs one, so I got him that one, and I have the fried egg one. And so I don't know, there's a whimsical and not taking themselves too seriously. I'm sad to see that they were not profitable. So
yeah. One last thing, I was just investigating. Next week, Wednesday I'll be here, but Thursday morning I'm leaving to go visit Janie in upstate New York. So if anybody wants to rob me, now when I won't be here. But anyways, Cosbricks, hey, welcome. What's your thought on the hockey jersey change? I have no thoughts.
I'm assuming he means the Women's Hockey League, the WHL, women, PWL,
WKRP,
the Professional Women's Hockey League.
What did they change on their jerseys?
So the first season they didn't have time to design jerseys, so they just spelled out the name of the city across. So it said like Toronto or like Ottawa. It just spelled out the name. And so they released their team names, the mascots and the logos. And I am very sorry to say that I'm quite disappointed. I saw somebody who used AI to generate like an alternate, and I liked two of the AI logos much better than the ones the league actually adopted.
Okay. Interesting.
The Montreal one is the best. He's talking about the NHL switching over to was it Fanatics? I haven't bought anything from Fanatics since the switch. So I bought the last Reebok Red Wings when they were going on clearance. I bought 2 jerseys because I wear Red Wings for my local men's league. Well, it's not men's, it's co-ed league, but and I also just I'm a fan of Detroit, so I bought 2. I haven't bought anything from Fanatics. I have bought a couple Fanatics hats, and I haven't had any problems. But Fanatics had a pretty poor reputation for making mistakes and stuff like that. But what I understand about the hockey jerseys is that Fanatics is actually taking over the exact same factory that Reebok was running. So in theory, the people that work at the factory know what they're doing, and that doesn't mean that companies can't cut corners and make errors. But generally speaking, people that I know that have gotten stuff under the Fanatics have not been too unhappy. I saw one person who got like a misspelled jersey, and they were obviously sending it back. But
so Reebok to me is not a Canadian company, though, right?
I don't think
they're Canadian.
No, I think
so. I don't know. Is it maybe that they were making them in Canada?
Yes,
like Reebok's.
The factory.
The factory was in Canada. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hope it's not like Major League Baseball. Hey, I knew that one.
Yeah, the Major League Baseball, a couple of the teams, they had these new pants, and they were basically see-through. Like you could, there was no imagination needed if the light was right, and they got wet. And the players were like, "Yeah, we don't really want to be that exposed."
Revealing? Yeah.
So yeah, that got a lot of attention. I'm interested to know, there are two Canadian hat companies, 2 other ones that I like. There's a one called Noble North that's up there in Toronto. I need to look at where their store location is. And then there's another one not in Toronto, but maybe I have to look at what town it's in. But if I'm driving through and I could visit one of these.
Do you remember what the other one's called?
Spacing on it. Hang on a second. If I go to
I'm Googling Canadian hat company right now. Not sure if it'll pull up anything.
I know. I can. Let me see if I can.
Oh, I should probably say Canadian baseball cap. The other thing I was going to mention was the Lego the Dungeons and Dragons minifigs. I was noticing I was going to go order them like I would normally do. Well, I was going to order them from Costco, but because I'm going up to visit Janie next weekend, I don't think I'll get them in time because Costco hasn't put them on their website yet. And I usually would go then to Indigo, which is our bookstore, or our Barnes and Noble, the Barnes and Noble of Canada. And they only have the figures available in store. They're in store exclusives, which was kind of weird because I've always bought from them. So my third option is now Mastermind Toys, the toy store that's like across parts of Canada.
Okay.
So I'm going to order from them. I'm not going to save my money. Like I'm not going to save that 40 cents a fig type thing off of versus Costco's price. But I'm like, it's kind of weird to me that that some of the stores are not carrying them, or like, Costco has got them at, or no, not Costco. The Indigo has got them as in-store exclusive only. I'm wondering if they got a limited supply, or they're worried that they're going to sell. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. Maybe or maybe Series 24 and 25 didn't sell as well, so they've ordered less. Because they might not know ahead of time that it's going to be Dungeons and Dragons. They just know it's like Series 26 or whatever. I don't actually. It's not even a series number. I don't think. I think it's just like it's not Series 27. It's just Dungeons and Dragons fix. Anyway, Comda. No, I'm just looking for these.
No, if you give me a second, I can go get one, and then I'll be.
Well, yeah, Crown Cap. I'm just going to read off some as you walk away. All Caps in Vancouver. That's kind of a fun name. All Caps, like all capitals. Anyway, I don't know. We'll see if Matt can get the name. I was just curious, and not trying to keep him on longer, but just out of curiosity. Tilly, is Tilly Canadian? I'm not sure about that, but that's interesting too. Six Hat Supply Company. Now I'm just reading out to 8 people watching. So thank you for watching, by the way, everybody. Davidson's here is, well, obviously not here. I know they've submitted their insurance bid for their insurance and stuff for his flood that happened a couple months ago. So everybody says? That's awesome.
So I'm a big fan of this one. So it's the lumberjack hockey stick, and then there's this one, like the walrus. It's a smaller town. I think it's based in London, Ontario. Now that
well, that's on your way.
Is it? Okay, I'll come.
Yeah, London's along the 401 going up. So I mean, it's like 5 minutes off the highway, 10 minutes off the highway.
Okay.
Do you know the actual name?
No, I thought on the inside maybe it would say, but I don't. I'm trying to see if I can find it with the
Comda?
No, it's something like
In Your Face Promotions. No, that's just a small company that does printing and stuff. Canadian Baseball Color Canada. No, I'm just getting like companies that do printing on baseball caps.
Yeah, let me.
Red Bubble.
No.
Oh, Lilberry and Goose? No. Custom Lids?
As soon as we hang up, I'm going to remember.
Yeah, for sure.
Crazy. Yeah, like this one was called something like the St. James Walrus. Like they just made up some names for them, but there's nothing on the inside that actually says the name of the company.
Interesting.
But yeah, I'm a fan. And they also even made some hats for like high school teams and minor league baseball teams in Canada. So they do some hockey themed ones, but they generally are doing ones for the Great Lakes area. Like they did a Tigers version, like so like, and they have some Toronto and Detroit themed stuff because they're kind of the Ontario, greater Ontario fan base kind of stuff. But,
Trendy Walrus? No. It's funny because I typed in St. James Walrus and I'm seeing a company called St. James USA, which is hats and beanies. And then the Trendy Walrus. Anyways, fitted hats.
I typed in walrus hat and it suggested walrus hate.
Oh, jeez.
I don't hate walrus.
Anyway, but now it's just completely screwing up our our
auto
search
suggestion.
history and stuff, right? So
That's Yeah, usually they pop up. Anyways, I'll think of it. Next
Yeah.
show.
next show.
I will
That's your
have-
homework. You got homework.
That's right.
So, anyways, we'll call it tonight. We're an hour and 15. So, thanks everybody. I'm hitting the button. Have a good one, and we'll talk to you.